Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Backyard Bands Comedy Podcast, the #1 comedy podcast. I go by the name Mr. Dre, and I am forever humble and gracious. I'm in the building with my nearest and dearest of friends, plus a special neighbor, who is in the backyard. We will get to him real quick, very shortly. But in the meantime, Vibes Minister, talk to him.
Yeah, signing in from not the home, not the backyard. He's your minister, Emina, aka the Free Ego, aka Triple E, the Patricia Ego, your favorite uncle, your favorite godfather. I know it's Pop It.
Pop.
Let's get it. Pop. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to BSTO. That's where we're recording live from. It's so juicy. It's BS. Congrats, man. This is the new space. You should definitely come check it out. Come kick it with them. Come order some of the best shawarmas in the city. Yeah, we're definitely going to be having some shawarmas before we get out of here. But let's get to our special guest, ladies and gentlemen. He's from across the pond. I've been wanting to say that for the longest time in my life.
Am I the first guest that's been outside of Canada?
From the pond, yeah.
Oh,
across
snap.
the pond.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I met him as a rival.
Okay, that's a good start.
Yeah,
that's a good start. That's a good start.
And it's true. It is true as well.
For real?
I met him as a rival.
How long ago?
December. We did a show
December.
together.
Yeah.
So it was a juice cup. Shout out to West.
Hey.
West Indies versus Africa, and he was in Team West Indies. We will not get to the results of the competition. We'll just
like we need to. I think we know. I think we know.
To be honest,
it came home. It came home. It came home.
Hey.
This is the 1996 of comedy.
Oh man.
But
it definitely came home.
This brother of mine is someone I'm excited to have a conversation with and just chop it up real quick. But he's currently on tour, and according to Wikipedia, it's his 5th tour and his biggest tour so far.
World tour.
Hey. It's called the Aurator Tour, and according, again, I don't know how true it is, but we're close to 20,000 tickets, 100 dates, I think, 100 plus dates.
104 shows.
104 shows.
That's a lot of days.
Ladies and gentlemen,
wow.
This is my friend and yours, an award-winning comedian, actor, broadcaster, former broadcaster, podcaster as well.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend and yours, Aurie Stlya.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. Appreciate you.
Nah, thank you for
put this on Do Not Disturb.
Thank you for giving us the time and space, man, because you're here for a short while and you've been busy.
Yeah.
I thought you'd just come do the one show, which is sold out, by the way.
Hey.
At the Opera House, legendary venue. So if you're coming to the show on Sunday, you're going to have a good time, because I had a chance to see him do a couple of shows before the show on Sunday. And I want to first of all just give you your flowers, because for someone who's done the amount of work that you've done with the amount of following that you have, and being that you sold out more than half of the tour, you carry yourself in a manner that's just very humbling.
Thank you.
And like, you know, you do the show and next thing you're jumping up to go sell merch. Like, you just like, you move very simply minded.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure you're aware of like the cards that you hold, but you play very humbly, and like that has allowed me to connect with you and break bread with you, because a lot of people in your space can be like, I don't want to like hang with those guys. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that.
So I appreciate you for that, for the opportunity, and you know, just being able to kick it with you. I've learned, even in the 5 minutes we've spoken, I've learned a lot from you. So I appreciate you for just sharing and being kind.
Thank you, bro.
No
Appreciate
problem.
that, man.
Thank you, man. And congrats for the tour and everything so far, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I was playing Ira Star in the beginning because she just won a MOBO. I don't know if you...
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I
know who she is. I just don't know much about Afrobeats music. Like, not enough to hear the music and go, I know who this artist is, or I know this song in particular. Like, if it's playing in the background at a venue, at a club or whatsoever, or on radio, I can enjoy the music and appreciate it, but am I invested in Afrobeats as deep as some of my friends are? I'm not, sadly, nah.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
But I know who some of I know by name,
right?
Who she is. I can even imagine, I can picture how it's spelled with the ARYSTAR, something like that, right?
Right, yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, so right. But like being invested in the music, not as deep as I should be.
Yeah, but big shout out to Ira Star. Apparently women are winning this year so far.
Yes,
like, women are winning.
Daco won.
I just wanted to read the awards real quick that she had won.
You guys are mad invested in, because MOBOs, we feel like it's a very UK British thing. You guys are mad invested.
Wait, we are invested when people's in
Afrobeats, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
I don't know who else is. I know Vybz Kartel performed there as well.
Yeah.
I know he performed. Oh my God, bro.
Fever.
Darko killed the closing.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I'm
only invested in knowing who won. I'm not invested enough to watch.
No, there's some good performances.
I would go watch the performance.
Yeah,
this time
it's
around.
just a good
I just saw a clip of Darko's performance.
Yeah,
and that was it, because the way she combined
Favorite
Girl and her newest song. Yeah. Oh my God, no, it was vibes.
Good.
So yeah, just to confirm, Aurie Stlya won Best African Act, making her the first woman to win that award.
Well done.
And she won Best International Act as well.
African Act,
Darko won Best Female Act, and Odile, who's a newcomer in the game, won Best Newcomer and Best R&B. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Oh, I know that song.
That has been.
I've heard that on like TikTok. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've heard it on social media.
TikTok song.
TikToking mad.
Yeah.
What did you listen to when you were growing up?
Dancehall, old school hip hop, R&B, like popular. The normal stuff, I guess. But my dad's a DJ, so reggae, dancehall was heavy influence when it came to me being around him when he's playing music. What else? Growing up, you're gonna think I'm crazy for this. I still listen to this now more than anything else, though. But it kind of started. I wouldn't say when I was growing up. I'd say when I was about 12, 13. From then onwards, soundtracks from movies and video games. Fair. I don't know why you're laughing. It's the truth. It's a very there is music. Say again.
Are you heavy on video games?
Huge.
Yeah, he has a podcast about video games.
About video. Yeah. So the podcast is about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like people that play video games a lot, to be honest, they kind of know a lot of world music.
Yeah.
Because you have to, the way they filter the music selection for video games have to be specific.
Yeah.
Right? Have to be, if it's like the popular games, that the non-violent games, they have to be like world music and, radio music per se.
To a degree.
To a degree. But violent like GTA, they go hardcore.
Well, in GTA, the music they listen to is like mainly music that's already been made, like rock, hip hop. They take popular songs and put it on the radio. But all right, picture it like this. When you watch a movie, think of a really, really popular movie from the 90s. Go, first one.
Titanic.
Yeah. Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On. Like you instantly think about that song
right.
when you connect it to the music.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, that song was a popular song that was connected to the movie, but outside of the movie, it was a popular song. It was huge. Huge. But if you think about movies, right, where the music isn't popular music, but you remember the theme songs to it, like Indiana Jones, E.T., Ghostbusters, right? You can literally imagine just the music that was in there, and it takes you back to that nostalgic moment of watching the movie. Like I think nowadays, a lot of kids are getting that when they watch like Avengers or MCU.
Right.
So everyone knows the Avengers music because it takes them back to when they see them, the camera rotating around them and they're all looking around at all the Chitauri and so on. It's those emotional feelings that when I listen to movie soundtracks or video game soundtracks, I go back to those points of like great moments of experiences from movies or from video gaming. And that's why I think I listen to it more than anything else now. Even like versions of the music, which has been covered by other people. So like, there could be lo-fi hip-hop versions of the music from Street Fighter. I will listen to that for hours. Lo-fi versions of like music from Zelda or from Mario. And then you've got also like rock covers of some of these like amped up songs that I'll listen to, because especially in the gym, when you hear like Ryu's theme tune from Street Fighter and you hear it in a rock, you're like, nah. Well, that's Guile, sorry. But yeah, when you hear that, you press an extra 10 pounds on the plates. I tell you, it really helps.
There's actually this movie soundtrack that is not popular. It's a Jay-Z song, but it goes hard.
Which one?
$100 bills.
Okay.
$100 bills. That was in Great Gatsby.
Oh,
that was in Great Gatsby. I never hear anybody else play it. I never hear it outside. That song, the drums on that song,
sick. Isn't there a song in Great Gatsby that Rick Ross is on as well?
Yes. There's a song in there. Yeah.
So that, I mean, Great Gatsby did really well with trying to kind of mix like the music that you would expect to see from a film like Great Gatsby, and then giving a nice hip hop vibe. They did that with The Harder They Fall with my guy Jonathan Majors, right?
And the
soundtrack was very kind of cowboy music, but then it also had Jay-Z on there. Like the main song that they had on there, Jay-Z, what's the guy called again? Singer rapper kind of guy.
Singer rapper.
Oh, it's bad. I'll get it in a minute. It's on my playlist. But the songs that they had on there was very kind of epic movie score soundtrack, but very kind of Western.
Right.
And then they had like Jay-Z rapping on top of it, and it sounded sick.
But Jay-Z's one of those rappers that would kill soundtrack.
Would do that. Oh yeah, he'll do that.
Just the way he raps and flows on songs.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you. I don't know if it's just me, but do you know what? Like when growing up, I thought like Celine Dion was the lady in the Titanic.
Wait, you thought that was Kate Winslet?
In the real life.
Wait, you thought she really was on the Titanic? You thought they got Celine Dion
to play the lead role.
No. He's saying Celine Dion survived the Titanic and then made a song in tribute for the survival.
And it just blew us.
Now you're podding right now. Are you being serious?
You're way out of pocket. You're way too.
Nah, that's crazy. So you thought Celine Dion did survive the Titanic and then became a huge pop star, and then had a huge music career, and then they said, you know, it'd be really good. Let's get the woman who survived and get her to make a song.
Her to make a song there.
Nah,
I don't think I had to go on if she survived the Titanic.
No, I thought that for a long time.
Do you know what? Respectfully.
That's why I fell in love with Celine Dion even more.
Oh my God, bro.
Brother, do you know when Celine Dion... do you know when the Titanic sailed? Do you know what...
So I know the timelines aren't correct for sure.
No, it's definitely not correct for sure. Like, listen, you must think Celine Dion made that hit song when she was in her like 80s. My Heart Will Go On.
Kinda, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
nah, that's hilarious. I don't know how you thought that.
No,
that's
if you think about
it,
a conspiracy theory could be like the reason for her youth is because she was in that water for that long. You know what I'm saying?
Frozen. Like she's Captain America or something.
They didn't thaw her until after 70 years. Now in her 80s, she still looks 18.
This is what I'm saying. You got some woman with some superhero serum and fell into the ice, and then and they thawed her just to get her to sing a hit song.
I mean, Captain America, that's the story, right?
You're crazy. That is hilarious, though.
But speaking of movies, right? I don't know, have you guys seen the new Jonathan Majors movie trailer? Have you seen it? Did you get
the one where he's in the muscle one.
I saw
photo, or what is it? Magazine Dreams.
Magazine Dreams.
So I've seen the trailer.
I heard the movie was shelved for 2 years due to his
obviously
court case. But I saw the trailer, right? And part of me starts to wonder, like, how much of that was he able to leave behind after like doing the movie? Like, I'm beginning to see.
I swear to God,
you know how like you can take like the movie home with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he needed therapy. Was that like
it happens? It does happen.
I started to be like, you know what? I see why he got in trouble. Like, I can say like,
oh no, I get what you mean. No, wait, you're saying like he got tense with his ex-girlfriend because of Magazine Dreams. I'm not co-signing that. I'm not co-signing that.
Allegedly, I'm saying that. You know, it could be.
I am not co-signing that.
Did you see the trailer? Like he was like
intense. It is intense.
I started feeling like, is this guy acting? That's what I was looking at. Or like he plays the role so perfect that you think this guy could have actually been like.
But
this.
he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Really good
Lovecraft Country.
Bro,
what was the
only one season I was so mad?
Creed?
No, not Creed. The one where Chadwick Boseman was in it as well when they were soldiers back in the day.
Is it
on Netflix? And it came
Six Blood. No,
Six Blood. That's the one. Yeah. Six Blood.
Yeah,
he's in that. He's done.
And he's another aviation movie where he's like a co-pilot for somebody.
Yes.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. That was a true story. I was based on a true story as well. Yeah, he's a really good actor.
Yeah,
so it doesn't surprise me that he could, because as well, you find actors are a lot better showing how good their range is when they're in indie movies like Magazine Dream. Like when you see him as Kang, okay, you're not seeing him in his full. You got to be a larger than life wild character to play Kang. Then you see him in like Creed. Creed, you got a little bit of like, all right, I can see, I see you, I see how you're capable in this, right? But it's still a movie about two friends who are, and the depth of it is kind of there. But when you see Magazine Dreams, I've not seen it, but those indie films, everything relies on you embodying absolutely every inch of the character's kind of psyche. And
for sure.
Like to get to that point is a mad thing to do because Like he had to train to get to that point physically. He had to train. And that is mad amount of training.
He looked massive, bro. He looked massive.
Oh, bro, sometimes I watch movies. Like Creed is probably the main one where I watch them and I say, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. Like if I watch Magazine Dream, I'm gonna be so upset about like slacking in the gym.
Yeah.
He said he was training at least 2 times a day. He would have to eat every 3 to 4 hours, and it was literally boiled chicken, rice, broccoli, and that's it every 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
And maintain like that, plus other things he was doing. I think it was like 4 or 5 hours of sleep whilst learning his lines, getting into shape. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know if I'm built for that.
And it goes back to my point. There's a reason why he would defend himself.
Oh, this guy.
And you feel like you're getting hurt.
This guy. I feel like I don't know the ins and outs, but based on what he was found guilty of and found innocent of, right?
He was found guilty for defending himself.
That's it. He was found literally guilty for defending himself and causing an injury based on defending himself, which is a misdemeanor, right? An injury based on defending himself. In terms of actually causing actual bodily harm with intent, not guilty, right? We know what it was, right?
Yeah.
He had a fine ting text him on his phone. She saw the picture come up.
Another conspiracy theory. Both of you are just...
But that's because she tried to grab his phone. And that fine ting was Megan Good, and now they're engaged to get married.
You see?
That's what I think it is. It has to be.
Yo.
And I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that.
Right
and he defended himself. Like, you have to be careful how you defend yourself, because yes, he did harm her in defending herself, but she also tried to grab stuff off of him, and but the situation just seemed toxic, right?
It's just the value of what he wanted to protect.
The whole Megan Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
If you look at that, it makes sense.
I liken the assault to a Tesla running into a trailer. A Tesla is obviously going to get bashed more than a trailer, and that's what I'm saying, man. So when she went to attack him,
okay, so here's my issue with that, right?
You didn't just use a truck.
Here's my issue with that.
He's a
I drive a Tesla, so we'll take no slander. You can slander. The car itself is phenomenal,
right?
We'll take no slander of the car. You can talk about the owner. Because of him, I think this will be my lot. I've had 2 Teslas. This is my last one I'm having.
You have?
Right?
I had one before, and then had that for 4 years. Got a new one because of the owner or the guy who's
might change.
I have to. I can't.
What if they come out with a sick design?
Nah,
you're like,
I'm good.
Not even the Cyber.
No, the Cybertruck is ugly. Ugh.
Yeah, no, that's like
it's ugly.
You know, that's the first time I've ever seen those cars we draw when we were kids come to life. And just put the circle.
It looks horrible. It looks horrible.
I think it's the automobile version of what Drake did in his previous album, where he used the picture his kid drew.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So one of Elon's 47 children must have drawn it.
Yeah, probably.
Daddy, what do you think?
They say,
yeah.
That's the future.
That's the future.
It better not be.
I see what you're thinking.
It better not be. The car's horrible. But yeah, go on.
Speaking of movies, did you guys see that Cynthia Erivo is going to play Jesus in an upcoming musical, Jesus Christ Superstar?
Yeah. Who is Cynthia Erivo?
Wicked. She played the Wicked Witch in Wicked.
So that's
I didn't watch.
that's the argument. How are we going to let the lady who played the witch now play Jesus Christ?
I haven't heard that argument. The argument
your love is wicked.
That's not how the movie goes. Just so you know. but the argument that I've heard is basically, all right, you get so many different angles. People who don't want to see a black Jesus,
right?
People that don't want to see a woman who is openly queer play Jesus, because she's in a relationship with I forget her name, the other actress who she's great, writer as well and director. I'll get her name in a bit, but she's in a relationship with her. They're both very kind of like outspoken about their sexuality and their blackness as well. So when people are looking at her, they're going, I don't want that to play Jesus. Right. My thing is this, right? As a Christian myself, yes, I don't like the image of like Jesus to be like bastardized. Yeah. Right. However, I'm not looking at Cynthia going, she playing this character is bastardizing that image, without looking at all the people that have played Jesus in the time and gone, you could pick at them and say, but the way that they live their life or the stuff that they've done has like degraded the image. Do I support it? No. Am I against it? No.
No,
I don't care
same,
enough. Because I know like if you have like when you go to church, you're not gonna see a picture of Cynthia in the church now because she's playing the role. But you get the regular people. Like the world becomes a place where we see things that we want to be offended by, where you can choose to rebuke and ignore and push it to the side and go, I don't care, just leave it at that. Right? You don't actually have to take offense. So Cynthia, do your thing. It doesn't have to be the image of Jesus that we who might be in the church might be sitting here going, oh, that's the image. So when people will take it upon themselves to get, like, you get people that get worked up. Oh my God.
In the comments, there's a lot of people just like, yo, like,
mad.
My religion wouldn't, just like, it's like, yo, like someone said, if you're going to do historical references or make historical references, make it accurate kind of thing. But there's all of that. I just
you
think
have to care.
Yeah, you have to care. And I think for the arts of it, like the arts of progressiveness, it's cool. But at the same time, I'm on the same boat as you. Like, I don't care that much. Yeah,
this is it. Like, people could be like, this is one thing that God gave us all is choice, right? And so whoever wants to pick her to be Jesus, or if she wants to play the role, good, go for it. Do your thing. I don't get upset or offended in like the choice in that. I can see why some people are if they choose to be, but are you going to look at Jesus Christ Superstar, the show, and go, this is now my new religion? Or do you see what I'm saying? Or do you accept that is now how the world is with trying to change and take the image? You just got to maybe stick to the idea of you going, no, I know what I believe and what I'm supposed to move with. Let them do what they got to do. I know what I'm supposed to have faith in that sense. People get, like, I have no care about like getting upset about other people's life choices unless it affects mine directly. If that makes sense.
I just the only thing I just that just concerns me a lot is that Christianity is like literally
the only one
everyone is picking up to kind of portray. It's like whatever image anybody creative mind try to think of, they use Christianity.
All the time.
Different style they want to shift narratives, they use Christianity. That's the only thing I'm tired of. It's now a religion that is more or less being made fun of if you look at it from a different perspective. Do you know that's the play thing if you want to use a religion?
Do you know what I think? I think that's on us. That's awful.
Yeah, no, that's
because you see, like, remember the whole South Park debacle when they tried to mock the image of Muhammad, right? And them man said, "We're not what?" Them man said, "Do it if you're bad, and see what happens to your lives." Right? I'm not saying you should threaten anybody's lives, but the seriousness of how they approach these things. Whereas for us, often we're taught in a westernized world of what Christianity looks like. Everyone's on the idea of mixing politics and religion and then going, well, politics says, we're a Christian country, but politics says that everyone has the freedom of speech to do what they want in a country which is based off Christianity. So be free to do what you want. And then, they're the only religion that kind of accepts that because of how politics is mixed. Right? Where for me, I know that ain't the case, but like if you try to, you cannot go into like the world and try to uproot politics. You kind of have to accept that the countries that you're in are corrupt and go, how do I make sure that the corner that I'm in can start to talk to other people outside of my corner and try to show them what the light is, rather than thinking that you can go and target the big cheeses where they've been doing this for donkey's years. You can speak against it and make it a verbal thing. But when people make crusades to go for those people, I understand the passion, but it's gonna be,
don't jump like that,
bro. Like this has all been predicted from the longest time. So it's a madness of like trying to do so. You have to kind of go, you could like walking through areas and going, you know what? If this is what people are doing, that's fine. They do it as long as I'm not doing that and I don't let them tell me and influence that this is what I should do. I have to accept that God gave them the choice to do as they wish. And if whether it be right or wrong, you do your thing. I'm not going to say you're right or wrong. That's not for me to judge. I just love you for who you are because that's what I'm told to do. And then I keep it going with what I think is the walk. And I'm not perfect either. So I got to practice certain things too. I'm definitely not perfect either. So that's how my mind works. Being bothered. Oh, bro, I see it all the time online. You get them man that barely even leave their yard. Cannot wait to say anything online about anything that's come up. Right? Oh my God. Cynthia's going to be, I'm like, brother.
And then they start speculating who could have played the role.
Oh man! And here's the thing: if you're saying about who could have, and you'd say, "Oh, we should have got Benedict Cumberbatch."
Yeah.
No, because even that would not be historically correct
Yes.
if you're looking at where he's from. Hey, did you see that film? Great film on Netflix by the guy who did The Harder They Fall. And he's British. I'm so sorry.
Is it Damson?
No.
The
Right. How can I forget him? This is bad. I follow him as well, and he's such a great British writer and director. I am so bad for doing this. Oh my god. I should not even. James Samuel. That's it. James Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
And the other film that he did. Oh mate, you know this. How can I say? Oh my god. Sorry. Look at me, not remembering everything. I'm human, bruv. I'm human.
She's Nigerian too, right?
Yes, he is, yeah.
No, Cynthia is.
So you lot should be remembering your people. How dare you? Disrespectful. How dare you not remember the people representing you so well?
Well, once you get past Wakanda forever, we're good.
This guy. Hold on.
No, I was also saying Cynthia is Nigerian.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
And she played Harriet Tubman, no?
Did she?
I think so. She's
okay.
So she's playing
Book of Clarence. That's it. That's the movie.
Book of Clarence. I never watched the movie. Any
reason why?
I think I let the conversation around the movie get to me before I actually saw the movie.
Okay.
It was along the lines of like it's like a different world of. The idea was, or what they had said was, Jesus in a different kind of world, kind of setting. Like yeah. It's like a different Bible.
And do you know what? I watched it and I had to speak to my mum. I said, "Mum, I don't know how blasphemous this movie is because this is almost like an account. Obviously, it's got satirical element to it, but it's almost like an account of what people might have tried to do back then when it came to pretending to be the Messiah.
Right.
Because the movie's based on Clarence, who he hits a lick by going, wow, I can actually make money off of being this Messiah. But in the movie, there is a real one that's there, right? There is the real representation of Jesus there and his acts. And he does get proven later on to be like the guy who plays like Clarence, that he gets proven to be wrong.
Right.
But then when you think of it historically, there were probably back then many people trying to pretend to be the Messiah. And then there was even Benedict Cumberbatch was in there as like the white version of Jesus, where people going, he might be the Messiah because of look at his hair and all sorts and so on and so forth. So it's almost like a retelling. It's kind of like when you watch Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur did not happen, right? But it's around the story of Jesus. It's kind of like that, but in a way that I was thinking, I could imagine this did happen, but is it blasphemous, or is it like trying to take the blasphemy and put it into a movie and go?
It's called creativity.
Is it blasphemous itself or showing the blasphemy and so on? But I ain't watched it since. I watched it once because I was interested in just how the story would be told.
I think also like, and there was a lot of not a lot, but there was a number of Nigerian songs on it, or they had a lot of Nigerian artists do soundtracks, and so a lot of Nigerians, being who we are as religious people, came at the Nigerian artists, and so I was like, I might watch it, but just the media that he got, wasn't, saying go watch the movie kind of thing.
No, I watched it once and I'm like, all right, I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's kind of the conversation of is this is not the story, but is it meant to be, or is it meant to show how people were trying to pull a fast one where there was a real Jesus, but then people around are pretending to be Jesus, and Clarence was one of them. And it's like a retelling of, it's like when they had Tropic Thunder, where people were looking at my man doing blackface, but they missed the point of the reason they did blackface was to show how bad blackface was. But people who ain't watched it go, it's got blackface, it's wrong. Why did Robert Downey Jr. do that? And he goes, because we were trying to take the mick out of Hollywood, showing how bad blackface is. So I was trying to figure that one out. But I ain't watched it since. I just thought I'd see it once, have the convo with my mom, and then leave it at that.
Yeah, but speaking of religion, somebody a woman in Ontario, I'm not sure what city, but somewhere in Ontario, is demanding a $50,000 refund from a psychic after failing to fall in love.
Is there a time frame?
There was a year.
That's
I don't know. Maybe the love is in the future. They need to be giving you the expiration dates.
So she spent she spent 50K within a year. And then
it was repeated consultant.
Yeah.
Okay, now that one makes sense.
She signed up for a subscription and never got anything. That's like paying insurance and never crashing the car. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's
then going, I paid to get a new car, but you never crashed. So what's the problem? You never found someone, so if you can't fall in love, that's the end of that. Who pays £50,000 and trusts people to? Wait,
what's the currency? You don't have.
It's Canadian.
Canadian. That's even. So, I thought it was gonna be naira.
How much? What's the naira to Canadian dollar?
Right now it's about 1,050. I think
1,050 to Canadian dollar.
Yeah, 1,050 to one Canadian.
That's about 2,100. About 2,000 to the pound. 50,000 divided by 2. So she paid £2,500 for how long? A year.
A year.
Oh, that's minimum if it was naira. It's still money, but it's minimum.
I'm gonna do the math right here. 50,000
divided by 1,000.
Just gonna go US 50. Canadian to naira,
and then divided by 12 per month. Probably the same. It's probably not that far off of your phone contract.
No, there's too many numbers in here, man. 50,000 Canadian dollars is 527 million naira.
But we're saying that he thought it was 50,000 naira.
Oh no,
if it was
that's what I'm saying.
That would have been like $47.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would have been a phone subscription. And even though you're silly, it would be more understandable. You understand?
You'd be like, you're just trying your luck anywhere. Yeah. It's like you downloading a dating app and they charge you this for a premium service, right? Here and there, that could happen. That could happen. Right?
Who's paying 50,000 for a dating app?
Bro, these dating app are trying to show me shit.
Yeah. But how many times you paid your Amazon Prime subscription and ain't watched anything on there? That's what it is. She never found a good movie. That's all it was. If it was 50,000 naira.
if it was 50,000 naira. Yeah. But now that it has gone to
50,000 Canadian dollars.
50,000 Canadian dollars.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's having
within
a
year.
Car.
That's 2 cars.
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's 2 Toyotas.
That's
bro.
2 Teslas.
No,
don't be disrespectful. It's one. Maybe. It's maybe one. Don't be disrespectful. It's not even maybe one second hand as well.
Maybe one.
No.
50,000 Canadian is 27,000 pounds.
Yeah, bloody hell, bro.
That's just it's like 2,200 a month.
What?
Nah, that's a lot.
No, she need refund. What was it? Divided by the year.
And apparently the psychic promised her like a gym, like someone who's fit and
a fit guy.
Nah, that's her fault. She don't need. Do you know why she don't need a refund? Right? Be honest. Would you date a woman yourself that feels to go to a psychiatrist or what is it?
Psychic.
A psychic. Sorry, not psychiatrist. A psychic. Would you date a woman that goes to a psychic to pay them 50,000 Canadian dollars in a year?
Decision making skills.
Thank you.
Very bad.
Let's be honest. She already was not a catch if she's doing that.
Like, but I think any man could have sufficed even if it doesn't last. I think the problem is she didn't find anyone at all.
But then that shows how bad.
Yes.
Let me see a picture. She can't be.
There's no picture.
Nah, she's got to look like a foot or something. Nah, because how do you not find one per? Because love is what you project, you know.
Yes.
Like, so you could easily, like, I could come into a shop right now, see the barista, and then tell myself I love this person. Yeah. She couldn't even tell herself that, which means nobody gave her interaction enough to even feel like she could attach herself to love. Yeah. She's unlovable, and that's her fault. Now you're unlovable.
With that amount of money within a year, you can sponsor somebody to love you.
That's crazy. How much is like rent here for like a 2-3 bedroom house on the outskirts of Toronto?
House, 2-3 bedroom house. You're looking at nothing less than 2,700 per month right now.
She nearly paid like 2/3 of somebody's rent for a decent house.
Yes,
she's not marryable. I'm sorry. No, just to find love and not realize maybe it is me. Nah, she's not marriable.
Use that money in the real world rather than
I don't know if you guys have seen this thing, the Montoya Por Favor thing.
Oh, I've been hearing so much about this. Nah. So it's the dating show.
Yeah.
The dating show. They were already a couple.
No, it's not dating. Yeah, so they come in a couple. They're mostly couples.
So it's the Spanish version of it's Temptation Island, but the Spanish.
That's it. Yeah. But they come in as a couple.
Yes.
There's all other couples there, and the temptations are like like the games they let you play is leave your partner with somebody else and see what happens. Montoya, I'm just recalling, Montoya is one of the people that came in with his missus. They've been together for like a year and a half, I think. Yeah. And they haven't got a kid together, but she's got a kid and he helps raise that kid, right? So they're deep. They're in a relationship. So
she was in deep, yo.
Somebody was in deep her.
Both of them were in deep.
Somebody was in deep her.
So for those who don't know the show, so basically the Montoya Por Favor thing is basically they show your partner cheating and they put it like on the screen for you.
Well, it don't have to be cheating. They just pick. Apparently, from what I heard is so the guys camp or the girls camp, right? Yeah. So they will be in different, but whoever they set up to be together at the night, right? So say for the guys, right, they are in the campfire or whatever, and they decide, okay, the guys have to decide whose video they want to show at that point, and it has to be real time.
Yeah, it's real time. It's real time. It's real time.
So the guys picked Montoya.
So they picked him. It wasn't like, oh, guy, this is happening.
No, they picked Montoya. So it was, so they have to pick whose video. So I think the girls are with, I think maybe like on two or maybe like two couples or three couples they pick for the night. So the rest that are not picked, the girls are in their camp, and then the rest of the guys that are not with people, they're in their camp. Okay. So out of the people that are probably with people, so like whose video do we want to watch?
That is unfair.
So bro,
this was happening real time.
That was in real time. That's why he was running. He was running to go and stop it. He was running to go and stop it.
And run down the beach and everything.
And he had lightning.
Because the villa is closed. The villa is closed, right? He's like, bro.
Yeah, it was real life TV, man. And apparently, like, so I don't know if you guys know this, but the girl doubled down.
He came back again, or there was something like she with the same guy again.
Yeah.
So she cheated first, the one that went viral initially, and then Montoya had a chance with somebody and made out with somebody and was in the pool doing the sexy moves. She was hurt by that, and then she went to now double down again. So that guy was through it.
Bruh.
That relationship is over.
It's over.
Bro, it's over. I think everything they started doing was now for sure because they just have to just stay there and make money.
Because obviously the show is done. Yeah. So like the show has already been.
It's been
So apparently they had to like put Montoya on like a psychiatric watch.
No, you have to.
See how women that guy. See what women can do to you,
bro. They broke that guy.
Yo,
they broke that guy.
Like you can't have that in my life.
Por favor for what?
Montoya, por favor.
Tranquilo, Montoya, tranquilo, por favor. Why?
You can't have.
He cannot tranquilo.
You can't have me on a show with all these lights and camera, and that happened twice. Yeah. I'm breaking. You see them lights there? Yeah. You'll see the microphone. You know when the microphone, the boom mic coming to screen,
you're going to grab it
and everything. You'll see like it all look like an episode of Cheaters. You know when they like you see a man chasing you, but you can see the other camera people. Everything's getting rumbled in that moment.
You had a life with this person outside before, and you are hoping to have a life after. No, this is not a dating show that is all random.
What was worse is, so the first time he intervened, like she didn't get far.
Okay.
The second time, like this was a full on like.
No, what do you mean? He's already in.
No,
just stop.
The first time they were in. She was already
in the bed. The guy was already in.
He was getting naked and everything. But
no. The first time they were fucking. It was 3 minutes into the.
Oh, really?
They already did the touch kissing ever.
He didn't get he didn't get far, but he started.
Yeah. But he started.
He may not have finished.
But the second time, he finished, man. He finished.
Oh, no, the second time was going ham. The second time, the soundtrack was heavy.
Would you guys do a show like that?
No.
Not for all the money in the world. You mad?
No.
So if you did it, for example, and that was happening, how would you handle it?
It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. I would have to be on the show.
Scenario, I have to be on the show, and I wouldn't get there.
It wouldn't happen.
No,
it wouldn't.
Through every situation.
Put it this way: here's my loophole for if I'm in a relationship with someone and that happens. The moment it starts and I see it and I'm aware that relationship is over, you're not cheating on me because that relationship is done.
At that point,
do you see what I'm saying?
In there for I'm an actor. At that point, I turn an actor. I turn an actor.
As soon as it happens, I'm off. I might be hurt on the inside, but with all these cameras and lights, bye. And I'm done. The relationship is over.
There's no getting over that, man.
No, there's no getting over that.
Look, we've all been in bad relationships, but I would like to think that anybody that I'm in a relationship with, there's probably a couple that break this rule if I think about it deeply, right? But any person I've ever been in a relationship in, like with, even up until now, who I'm like with, and like anything like that, you wouldn't date somebody that would even be an option or a choice, or like their scruples are like integrity comes into place. well before that, even if you question, could that be mine? But people always say like, yeah, but you don't know what situation you're like with the right money or the right person and so on. I'd like to think, no, that can't happen.
That can't
no
happen.
way.
Nah, it wouldn't make sense.
I wouldn't put it past because anything can happen, but I don't think, based on what I know of her and who I'm in, man, it can't happen.
Right.
Cannot happen.
All right, man. So, Aurie, you're in town for your Toronto show, which, like I said, has sold out. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can't get tickets. And 104 dates so far. What has it been like just being on tour?
So I'm learning in real time because I've been on tour before. This is my 5th comedy tour, but the first one that I've let somebody else produce. So it's produced by Live Nation now. Right.
Which is big, man. Like,
thank you.
Big up to you, man.
I appreciate that. Raw, a gunshot for Live Nation.
No, not necessarily that, but just looking how far you've come and how you started and having to be in a room that a lot of people don't get into.
So I'm very thankful for that. I will never put that down. I guess though, getting to that room, the reason why it's slightly different for me than it is for some of my other peers is I've put on tours myself where some of my other peers may not have done that on their own back.
Right.
They may not have put their money up front to do a tour themselves.
Right.
So I'm in that room with the skills and capability to do what the people in that room can do.
Right.
Right.
And I understand the ins and outs of where the money comes in and where it goes.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a different experience for me. Whereas some other people have their tour in Live Nation and taking them on tour, they are doing that. But my hand is very, very firmly on the creative process of where we'll go, what we're gonna do, how far we're gonna go to, where the locations are. It's not just them telling me this is what we're doing.
Right.
And then also the additional bit is the reason that tickets are selling is not just because of their marketing. It's definitely not that. In other markets like here, it definitely is, right? I would say that they have a good hand in that, but it's my control of my content that I put out.
Right.
I don't care. So I've never cared about the numbers of followers on social media. I only ever care about the content that I choose to put out that I enjoy putting out.
Right.
When I got to that point of switching off from chasing the game and just going, how about I just do my own thing? That's when followers started to like go, oh, who's this guy? Let me share this guy. And that's when my career started to take off to the degree you're seeing it in now. It's nearly 15 years. It's only the past 2 years, I would say, everything's just gone upwards.
Can you say that again? It's been 15 years.
15 years in March, 15 years in comedy.
And it's just the last 2 years that things have...
And that's what happens. It can for some people, they take off early, but the problem is you take off early, when you land, after it's not your time anymore, you got to go back to the 3 years of experience or 4 years or 5 years, but everybody remembers you for what you was. And if you try to come back on a humble, which you should do, you have to build up again. And that can be difficult to build up to the level of quality that other people expect you to be if you haven't done the 1,000 hours.
You have done,
Exactly. So for me, I'm happy it's happened now. I had a bit of a boost in my 5th year of comedy, right, with like a video that went viral of me doing comedy, like hugely viral, particularly in the UK. But I didn't want to ride that. I didn't want to be known as the guy who did that dance video or comedy about dance, whatever. Other people tried to put that on me. I didn't let that happen. During all those times, I'm putting on tours for me and my comedy friends to do like me hosting and them performing on stage. Then I do my own tours where it's me doing like an hour of material, hour and 20 of material. Walking into a room with Live Nation, having that experience means that it doesn't feel like it's, I'm coming here and I need you to do everything for me. It's I bring this amount of fuel, you put the fire on that, and if the fuel starts to go out, I'll top up the fuel with bits and pieces, like coming here, picking up shows, doing that like the room show where I can record content, put up clips, put up stuff on YouTube, build new material, even though I'm still touring, and then bring that and say, I got this, and they go, we got more fire. And that's what kept happening. So it started with 26 dates, and February to May last year, it was going to be the time period for the tour. We kept selling out shows and selling out more and selling out more and selling out more. And it just kept, we kept adding and adding and adding. And 104 dates by the end. And we had to call this last leg of the tour from January to April, the final lap. So when they're sold out, I cannot tell myself, let's just add more shows. If I do that, then now I look like I'm cheating the audience, and I also look like I'm cheating myself.
Right.
When I get to the end of this, I got to go and do more work to build up either more shows, to do whatever projects I'm doing with my podcast, to do like a lot of the acting work that I've got lined up. I have to go and do that. So I purposely named this one The Final Lap. So when people go, when are you adding more dates? It's called The Final Lap. I'm not doing it. There's no more. I've added, like London, for example, we started with one date in London, and then we added the evening show for that same date once that sold out quick. Then we added another show, and then another one in the evening in like a month and a half later. And then we had to add one later on, which was going to be in November. So it was 2 in May, there was 2 in June. I had a break in July and August because I went around, I was just having a bit of a break from the tour because it's summertime. I traveled a little bit, went to do the Europe dates in September and October.
Right.
Added 2 more London shows for November. They sold out. And I went to them, my producer, shout out to Charlie Bass from Live Nation. I went to her and said, look, we keep selling out this venue. It's 400-seater at Leicester Square Theatre. We've done 6 of them sold out. Should we just go bigger and see what available is what could be available that's bigger? We got to, I think it was September, October, and we announced that we're doing North America. And then I also announced I'm adding another London show, and it was going to be at O2 Forum in Kentish Town. It's just under 1,000 seats. Put that out, sold that in 3 weeks, right?
Wow.
3.5 weeks. So we were like, we've sold this one out earlier than expected. We've sold all the ones that we added for the UK. We're going to end in December. Mate, we were going to end in December at this point. And then we looked and it was like, whilst I said look, I tell you what, shall we do some more and just call it The Final Lap? Because the momentum of this is still huge. Right. And they were like, okay, cool, we'll do it. They added dates for the next year. So we added them dates. When we added them dates, loads of them moved. We added another London one. This is how crazy it is. November the 14th, we added a second London one. This was London show number 8, an 8th London show in the Leicester Square Theatre. This is after we did 6 before, and then 1 in O2 Forum. So this is now, that was 7. So show number 8, Leicester Square Theatre. We put that out in November that we were gonna, we put that, all right, all right. I'm going to break it down. November the 15th, we announced the first half of The Final Lap, which was from January till February.
Right.
That the London show in that one, which is show number 8, sold out in 5 days, 400 seats. So that was the first announcement for the first half of the Final Lap. And then we were going to add the second half of The Final Lap on the 29th of November, which is my birthday. Right? Announce it on the 27th. The tickets open on the 29th. Between the 14th and the 15th and the 29th, that's 2 weeks, we said, let's try and get another final London show, but we have to go for a huge venue. This is show number 9 now.
Yeah.
And it's
In London.
And we added Hackney Empire. Hackney Empire is an iconic venue in London. It's a big theatre. So that's like theatre size before you start going into like small arena to arena spaces. This one holds 1,300. After that, you've got maybe the O2, you've got Bloomsbury Theatre. Those ones are like going up to your 2,000, 2,200s and so on, right? We couldn't get those. We didn't try to, but we wanted to go for Hackney Empire because progressively, you've got 7 shows, 400 seaters, 1 show 1,000, and this one 1,300. I could have done, when I add those up, we could have done like 5,000 seater if we did one space, but I'm not the one. I don't like doing big one spaces to cram people in. So we put that one on sale 29th of November. I told Live Nation by the end of January, it's gonna be sold out. And my Charlie, love her to bits. She's like, okay, yeah, we'll see how it's going. You know, we'll see. I said, no, watch me. If it isn't sold out, I'm gonna make it, right? With the content I'll put out, the bits I'll do out. By the end of January, we'd sold out all the seats, and the only ones that are available, even up until now, are the gallery seats that are right up in the nosebleeds, where it's not even allocated. It's benches or standing, where some people don't want them, right? There's only a last handful of those. But other than that, we wouldn't even gonna open that area up. We'd sold out Hackney Empire. So the momentum of the tour has been a cohesion between my audacity of going, yo, let's do this. Let's try that. Let's add this. Them going, well, the numbers say we can do it. You're doing well. Let's go. And then me going, all right, but watch how I market this. I'm going to make this video. I'm going to change the flyer so it suits what I want it to look like, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, go ahead. They let me go for it. So getting in that room is great. Staying in that room and being a valued asset in the room is more important.
Yeah, I'm going to play this clip real quick.
Okay, all right, what's the clip?
Everybody, I love Bristol, man.
Oh, this is me.
Yeah, you good? You all right there? All right, you not even old enough to be in here. How old are you two? 28 and 25, okay, you look young, you look good, all right, big up, man, nice. You're old enough to be here, brother. You're definitely... Yeah, man, Walton, Rust, yes, Wagwan, brother, yes. Walton, Selassie, yes. Walton. Now, you see, this man's
cringe here
in front of me, you know? Yeah, Walton, sir, and this one as well. You're definitely dreaded spirit, because you ain't even smiled. This is the thing. Make me laugh, pussy, oh, listen. I clear my blood clot, man, me want to laugh, brother. You good, what's your name?
Shango.
Say again?
Shango.
Shango, of course it is. Of course. What about you? What's your name? Sean.
Shane.
Shay. Don't give me an SH in the name as well. You lot are messing me up. I know you're lying. Shango, Cheryl, Stephen, Shando, what is it? Shenna.
Unbelievable.
There's no way. Nah, you lot pre-planned this, innit? You lot sat in the front and said, let's piss off this guy by making up some names with SHs at the beginning. Is those really your names?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Shango. 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 Come on, tell the truth, Delroy. Come on. Shango ain't really your name. Come on, be honest with me now. Is it really Shango? Ross, what a solid name, blood. What's your name? It better be good. Chris, yeah.
I hear that one and I'm like, because I know what clip that is. That's like a 10, maybe 15-minute clip, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Maybe 7. I don't know.
7 minutes.
7. Yeah. So that's the bits. So here how I do my show. I do 20 minutes of warming up my own audience on tour at the beginning.
Right.
I don't put an opener on first. I put myself on first, then I put on my opener. Because when people have paid to see you, sometimes they have this idea that your opener is not worth them giving time and attention to. And I don't think it's malicious. I think it's, I paid to see you, not the opener. So the opener, some people turn up a little late going, oh, I thought your opener was going to be on now. So I just thought I'd turn up when I can. And because I came to see you. And I find that disrespectful. So what I do is I go on first and warm the crowd up. So they have this kind of trust and affinity with me that goes, oh, he came out and he warmed us up and it was fun. And then I say, yeah, I'm going to bring on my opener. You're going to love him. And they've already got some of me.
Yes. Now they can afford to be more patient.
Exactly. Crowd working and having fun with you. They can now be more patient because they don't go, where's Aurie? I've already been here. And then I bring on an opener, then we go to a break. After the break, I come out and do like 70 minutes and then that's the show. I sometimes do a bit of content with them afterwards where I do like a lip sync between me and the audience. We record the show before with me just doing like a song in the audience. I mean, in the empty room, and then we transition to where the room is full. But so they get involved with that. Yeah. But the bits that you played just now, all of that is in the 20 minutes at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Anytime you see a clip I put up, it's literally from the 20 minutes in the beginning of the show. So I don't burn any material that people have paid to see the tour show for. So it's like they get the bonus to see it live.
Yes.
The audience get a sample of the bonus. Not the audience, the people that never came to the show get a sample of the bonus online. But the only people that get to see the actual show be delivered are those who come and they see the full show after the break.
And then they can even be like, when they're watching the clip from home, they're like, oh, this whole part is when he hadn't even gone from his main set.
Exactly.
So if you put up another show and they want to go, they know for sure whatever material you're bringing out to promote, they kind of know it in them that that's probably not going to be,
the whole first thing, it's never that. So I've had people come back to see the show 2, maybe 3 times on the tour when I've done like the same city again. And when that happens, people come and they say, this is my second time seeing you, because they might have seen me in March and then they come to the larger room, which is in September or October or something. When they come the second time, the thing that they always say is it feels like a different show. Because when I get to know my audience in that first 20 minutes, there are references and throwbacks that I can get. I can build and develop during my time on stage that I can develop from the first 20 minutes, that when I do the second bit, which is like 85% scripted, me doing comedy and my jokes and stuff, I can reference people and it makes it feel like it's a unique experience, even though the bulk of the show is what the bulk of the show is. And as time goes along, that second, the second half of the show, the 70 minutes of me doing what I've planned to do, as the time goes along, my references change because the world changes. I might have a new bit that I might put in or take out some bits just so it's always kept upbeat and it still feels very kind of like not dated and fresh in the moment. So yeah, that's how that tends to work.
That is crazy. Because I've had the opportunity to talk with some comedians and everybody operates differently, but this is a different approach. This is first.
Everyone tells me this.
This is different, because like there's the aesthetics, right? Where people want to come out with bright lights, just come out and do their 1 hour, 20 minutes. Well, you're like, oh, maybe you might change before you come up again, but you are just like, again, that speaks to just your humility and just how much you love comedy. There are people that will go to a city and having a show on Sunday, and they might do shows, but not 10 shows before their main show.
Like we did the one which had 3 people in there. I didn't care. Like the hardest shows are the best ones to kind of like cut your teeth on, because do you know how easy it is to perform to people that have paid to already see you in a room that's already full, that if only a third of them laugh, it feels like it's everybody. It's a lot easier than when we did a show and it's 3 people and if they're not laughing, the room is silent. You have to go and practice like that. And those who don't want to do that, that's fine by me. They like the optics of I'm stepping in town and I'm the big cheese, and watch when I walk out after my openers are done what they got to do. That's up to them. That's just not me. I've always been kind of the man of the people approach to comedy, where you can come and see me afterwards. Like, check this. Didn't happen in the North American shows. Especially, I mean, Toronto is on Sunday from after we've recorded this. I don't charge meet and greet in the UK. I think they did it here, but I have a little less of a handle over the shows internationally because I can't sit in the office with people. Right. Because I'm obviously over in the UK. So here, they kind of structured the show how they normally would. If I had my way, just like in the UK, I don't charge meet and greet. I don't do it. What I do is say, I have merchandise. Anyone who wants a picture or anything signed, I'll be by the merch table. Come and get a bit of merch. I don't care if it's a £5 poster or if it's a hoodie or a hat or whatever. Come and pay for that. I'll take pictures with you. I'll talk to you. I'll sign what you want signed. But at least you paid the additional, not just for me, but to take something away with you. Right? And my tickets as well. If you look at my peers, my tickets for this tour were cheap compared to the previous ones. Now, not compared to previous, about the same price, maybe just a little bit lower. But the reason being is, again, I want people to say I paid, where someone might charge 22, 23 pounds, which might be, I don't know, about 45 Canadian, right? For a ticket, I charge maybe 14, 15, 16 pounds, which is about 22 to 26, 27 Canadian dollars for a ticket. People go, well, that's why it sells out. No, it sells out fast because people want to see a show. Right? Because if we put it up another £3-4 pounds, people are not going to complain about the show. If you get everything, you get a DJ, an opener, and me. But the reason I do that is when people come, especially during this time,
you twice. You twice.
Well, they can come and see me twice. That's another thing.
They see you twice. They get you twice in one day. They get you come out open and then get you opener. And then you come back.
They get me twice in one show. But the reason I get them to do that is because then you have enough money to go and I can leave with merch. Do you see what I'm saying? Rather than trying to suck up every money I can from everybody, it's, yo, I'm making quality merch and I stand on that, because the merch that I wear the plain versions of those t-shirts on stage. So it's quality stuff. Like, this is one of them, right? It's a bit dusty because of the thing I got on the top of it. The lint. But other than that, I wear my own stuff and it's quality. Just not the printed stuff. When I sell it to people, I trust it, but I want people to go, he ripped me off for like big money for a bit of merch. Where actually I came out, I had a good night, I had my babysitter to pay for, the travel to get to the venue, maybe a hotel if I had to travel far, and so on. I'd rather people go, I don't want the biggest expense of all of that, is also the ticket being 70, 80 pounds.
Right.
Now, when I get to a level where I have to do that, I will, but at least people can say, I saw him when he was only 14, 15, 16 pounds.
Right.
That's the journey.
Right.
Getting people to come once is easy. Getting them to come back again is the art form. And that's what comes with, again, the experience and time.
But being in Toronto so far, how's it been?
Cold. But I love it.
I didn't even finish my sentence.
It's cold. No, it's like, but I like the cold. I really do enjoy the cold. Right? Right. I said it at the room. I told you why. I really enjoy the cold.
Yeah.
Because I get to wrap up and wear something.
Stuff.
You understand what I'm saying?
Bro.
I'm a big guy. So for me, wearing a hoodie's cool. But in the summer, being a big guy and then wearing a t-shirt, you're bound to sweat more. And then you got to change in the middle of the day because of stink on the sweat. And you don't sweat as much in the cold. I like the refreshing air as well. Where I mean, we're in Toronto downtown. I told people the
air is fresher when it's cold.
It's much fresher. You don't get smog and
during the lockdown, the COVID thing, like 2020, exactly.
Fresh air.
I feel like I breathe better when I go to grocery stores, the freezer areas.
Yeah.
I breathe a lot better. But people didn't believe it. I'm like, bro.
It's the best.
It's the best.
There's something really, when you're wrapped up, but then you take a cold breath in, it's so nice. So I prefer the cold. So I don't mind the cold here, but it's been great. The only issue with the cold is that you get the snow and then you get the dirty snow when you're in the city. Yeah. And I bought some boots to wear. Because of traveling from Syracuse to here, it was really snowy in Syracuse. I had boots that I had to walk around in just to not get my trainers dirty. You end up wearing trainers anyway to mix it up, and these have gotten a bit dirty. I'll clean them when I can, but that's the only thing I didn't like. But other than that, Toronto's been great.
Do you want to tell the listeners your story about coming from Syracuse and the bathroom?
Okay.
Wait, I don't know about that.
So I took the AMTRAK to get here,
Yeah.
Right?
So basically you took a train.
The train, yeah. So rather than drive up, took the AMTRAK, but I'll be driving when I go back. On the AMTRAK, it's about 6.5 hours if you include the time to stop at Niagara Falls, where they do all their checks and see your passport, your luggage and all sorts, which makes sense. Brother, I needed to use a toilet. Now I'm not trying to be bougie when I say this. I sat in business, yeah? I sat in business. It's a premium seat.
I like how your voice changes. I sat in business.
But I wanted a comfortable seat with a little desk so I could do some editing. So I paid, it's a train. It's only like $20, $30 more. That's not crazy prices to get a bit of space and guarantee a seat in a comfortable place and get off and on the train first as well with big luggage that I had. I needed to use a toilet. I went into the bathroom, right? I've never seen this before. Somebody took a poo on top of somebody else's poo that was previously there.
Hey. Oh my goodness. Like, bro, that's a double-decker bus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
But by two different companies of buses. Do you understand what I'm saying? Double-decker bus could be the same company.
Could be the same company,
But do you know when you go in, you feel desperate to go?
Yeah.
And you don't think, let me flush that one first.
Yeah. Nah.
Do you know how nasty that is?
I'm so pressed, I'ma just stack. And then you don't also delete after you're done.
This is what I'm saying.
You leave it. Oh my God.
So the first person left it. The second person left it. So I go in there, I saw it, and I didn't even stare at it. I looked, and I turned. But it seared into my mind. And the reason I know that it was that, 2 different colors, 2 different textures.
Oh my God.
Do you understand?
Like rice and stew or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah. One was the fufu and then one was the salt. Do you understand? Brother, do you know how bad?
Image is hunting, bro.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy, man.
Like, you have to not care about your life.
Was that the only stall in the...
He told that bit at the show and everybody died, man.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Let me tell you something, right? I went to that one because it was the one in our carriage was broken. So I went to the next carriage. The next carriage is that one that was there.
Way, yeah.
That's what I saw. I walked down to the next carriage. There was a queue for the toilet. Yeah. 3-4 people long. They saw
the other one.
They must have. 3-4 people long. Yeah. Thinking about it just made me flinch there as well. Right? Because imagine if you even tried to stand and float and shoot, but you get a little bit of splashback. A little splashback on yourself.
And you can never clean enough.
You can never.
If that ever happens, you can never clean enough.
Get rid of my whole body. Bro. Just give me a whole new body because that is disgusting. Little splashback on that? Nah, man. So what I had to do, And all I need to do was, I just need to pee. I didn't need to go do what they was doing, right? Yeah. But I was not standing there peeing on it. I couldn't be in there. It was making me sick to even think about it now. So I went to the train conductor. We stopped at Niagara Falls, the stop before the Canada side. Yeah. So we stopped on the New York side, right? Yeah. And we had to stop there for like 20 minutes. So I said, look, if I come off the train, leave my stuff on to use the toilet, how long are we going to be here? He said, we'll be here for like another 20 minutes, so you're good. So he said, he let me use the toilet at the station, which was pretty clean. But the station was locked. I had to go there and he had to let me in and then let me walk through, use the toilet and then come back. So I was okay. But I'm so glad I didn't have to do anything else because that...
Imagine somebody go triple this.
There was no space.
That's a triple entendre.
There was no space.
So, how's it dealing with like the Toronto lingo? Like you've been here.
Social media is doing you guys an injustice, right? Because everybody outside of Toronto, everybody outside of Canada, most likely that doesn't spend time in Toronto, think that you guys sound like all the teenagers that you see on social media. The ones going, Croooskiiiii?
Croooskiiiii, yeah. Croooskiiiii?
I'm telling you, fam, these noughties are Gerbers.
Yeah.
This is what everyone thinks you guys sound like that. They really think that's how you sound. I know it's not. Now I know it's not everybody. Now I know it's not everybody.
Now you gotta go spread the word.
When I go back, I gotta let people know. Listen, it's only the young kids that sound this way. But I'm there. I come here thinking that anybody I speak to that's like, you know, a bit hood, bit ghetto, knows the streets. Right. I thought everybody, like, people my age say Wagwan, people younger than me say Wagwan. I thought maybe Croooskiiiii was an older and a young thing as well. Yeah. I come to find out it's just the teenagers and younger. It's like the kids now that got Croooskiiiii, like, and the high pitchedness of it as well. It's horrible. It is horrible. You do speak. There is an inflection that when you guys speak, you'll speak and you might go up when you're saying something to explain how you'll speak. You'll do that at the end of maybe a phrase or a turn of a phrase that you're going to say.
Something like like adding that after a sentence, like that one.
That's a common thing here as well. Yeah,
it cuts across.
But what these kids are doing, the words Gerbert. Like these youths are Gerberts, fam. Like it sounds ridiculous. But
straight off those high school people, you go to them junction, them bus stop areas. That's them.
And I realized Croooskiiiii is broski and crody in one. Yeah, that's what I found out. I found out some other words that we say that you guys say, but we say it for a positive thing, but you might say it for a negative. So if you wanted to describe. I'm probably a woman, but it's a guy as well, I guess, who acts this way. If you were to, I say in the UK, if I saw a girl and I thought, oh, she's nice, the younger me might go, hey, she's a boom ting, right? Whereas I've heard a boom ting or a boomie here is a negative way of saying a woman is a bit loose. That's what I've heard. So if I'm like, yo, like, let's say I'm coming with my missus or something, and I'm like, yo, my missus, hey, she's a boom ting, you know? The guys around me might go, you might not want to say that about her. That's what I'm learning. Like phrases like that, that I'm picking up and I'm understanding. Yeah.
So far you've done, this show for almost a year now. I guess, what are some of the highlights that you can share doing the shows so far?
When I stepped out in London at the O2 Forum, but I didn't see the audience sitting down. I purposely made sure that I never saw them coming in or never peeked through the curtains to see what they would look like. I made sure that I saw the auditorium when it was empty, and then the only time I would see it when it was full, when I walked out on stage. That initial feeling of when you walk out, I tried to play it cool, couldn't. I was like, yo, this is mad. It felt great. There was that. I've had the feeling of when I've gone to other countries and the small conversion of, when I went to New Zealand, we did the show out. We did 5 days in Auckland, 5 days in Wellington. I did some shows in Auckland. I recorded bits, and you know me, I'm quick off the go with just capturing the clips, putting them up, we'll see what works. I put up one clip that really worked in Auckland. By the time I got to Wellington, all my shows were sold out. because of the clip they saw.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great. People who were in, like on TikTok and Instagram seeing that, who were in Wellington going, who's this guy? Oh my God, he's in town. We have to see him now.
Yeah.
So all my shows, they were only like 60, 70 seaters, but they all had full rooms. Whereas before, like the first few shows, 15, 20 people maybe. And that's what made it nice to be able to see the conversion of, you did a joke that everybody out here liked, put it up, and then you went, now you're filling up your rooms. Those little things, those little feelings. Coming here, I came out here, my show was sold out before I even arrived. Knowing that I still wanted to come here and grind and graft, for me, I didn't have to, but because I came out here knowing the show is sold, those feelings are very humbling.
Yeah.
It's not so much the performance all the time, it's the realization of people want to come and see you and just how much.
Yeah.
Those are the bits that I'm like, yeah, that's dope. Those are the moments I'm like, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, because I did my first headline show last October in Toronto, and we sold out the first date in Toronto like 2 weeks.
Nice.
And for like 4 days, I didn't know what to do because
I didn't tell anybody.
I just kept it to myself because I was just like, I didn't think it was going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And
so you didn't like, when you found out you sold out, you didn't even tell anyone?
Nope.
You didn't celebrate it or?
Nope.
Wow.
Because I was by myself. I was like trying to figure out what to do next, and then we decided to add a second date. Just so like, because we obviously now the demand is up. Like, oh, you sold that? Okay, now I want to take it. Like, I want to see what it's about. So I didn't say anybody for like 4 days, and I told my team, and then we decided to add a new date, and we pretty much sold out the second date as well. And you know, again, like that feeling that people want to come out and see you, and any plans for once the last lap is done?
I'm going to take a break for about, when I say a break, I mean, I'll do the shows I've already said yes to, but I want to take maybe 3-4 weeks off from anything that I haven't committed to already.
Right.
Travel a little bit, go to a couple places just to relax and switch off.
Yeah.
But June, I want to get back to it. I want to, the work the room concept that you saw me do.
Yeah.
It's the first one I've ever done.
Okay.
I only thought about it. I wanted to do it for a while, but I only thought about it once I found out Toronto had sold out. And then people were messaging me, I've been trying to get tickets and want to come and see your show. So I was like, if I do another small show at like Comedy Bar or something, people who wanted to see me come and see me, but don't have expensive tickets and don't have it where they get the full show, but just me having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Then at least then they can say, well, we got to see Aurie even though we missed the big show.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm going to do that in June. I want to extend that, like anywhere I go, call up a venue and say, hey, you got a room of 50, 60 people? Yeah. Let me have that. I just want to set up my camera and crowd work for an hour and have some fun. And it worked. We did it and it really worked.
Yeah, it did work.
So I'm going to keep doing that from June onwards. One, because it helps build up more material. Two, because I love recording bits and giving people who aren't able to get to those shows content. They can see it online. Very kind of like one of the people I really love and respect for his approach to comedy is Aurie Stlya, which is he just puts stuff out.
Yes.
He doesn't care. Like he's the guy that will go, I'm going to record stories, record bits of like my journey. I'm going to put it out there, and those who want to watch it can watch it, because not everybody's going to be able to see me because I can't fly everywhere every moment to do so.
Right.
Here's the stuff. That mentality is really, really good. And for me, I resonate with that a lot more than the people that like do sketches and then try to get them to come to comedy shows. I don't think that works very well. It's not who I am. So once I found out that this is something I can do and enjoy, and I've got the infrastructure of all my cameras and my ability to edit, and the fact that I have the freedom to go on stage and just have fun with the crowd for an hour. Yeah, that for me is what I'll be doing from June onwards, just to keep the muscles stretched until whilst I'm doing everything else, voiceover work and acting that I got to do, just to keep myself still up and moving.
Fair. But yeah, man, we've enjoyed having you on.
Thank you very much.
Again, thank you for just giving us the space and the grace to
anytime, man.
Kick it, man. Again, Toronto Sunday. This is gonna come out after the show.
Okay,
but we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I mean, you don't need it, but you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I appreciate it.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out of here. Once again, this has been a conversation that's full of fun, gems, and stories. And we want to give a big shout out to BSTO for having us.
Shout out to BSTO,
man. Yeah, definitely. You guys come kick it with them. They serve, the continental style of food in shawarma, but with the Nigerian flavors. They got shawarma, spicy asun, chicken wings, fries, all that good stuff, man. So definitely tap in with them. And they're also available for event bookings as well.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen,
boxes like this.
Yeah. But we're gonna get out of here. It's been fun. Again, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure of having you here, man. Like,
thank you, Croooskiiiii.
Yeah.
Yours good, yours fam.
Actually, I think we should do something. We haven't done this in a while.
Go ahead.
We'll do how much are you wearing?
Yeah, that's true.
How much am I wearing?
Yeah. But all of us will do it, now.
All of
In
us.
terms of how much the things cost.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never done that before, but okay.
Nah, this is the wrong time. Yeah.
I'm more than fine with that. I'm more than fine with that.
All right, Emina, you can start.
Okay. Damn, this is bad. So this is
currently, Shamsi, is it Shamsi that's still?
Shamsi is still a leader. She had 6,000
She had like 6,000 on one night.
Who?
He's our other female co-host.
6,000 Canadian.
She had one time she was up to 6,000.
So I'll translate it I'll do mine in Canadian when I'll think about it and I'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting from my kicks, this is a winter Nike, so this is around 175.
Okay.
Socks is like probably $25, so that's 200. The pants is like $20. Bought it for buy one get one free.
Yeah.
Okay. So $220. The hoodie is like $15. That's $235. This is a gift. The wristwatch is a gift, so priceless. The rings are very, very cheap. So we're looking at 3-4. I got them initially for 3-400.
Yeah.
But I lost the third one, and this one is 45. So let's say the rings say 200.
Okay.
For the rings.
The rings that you had at 200.
Yeah.
So that's
I've had this for 6 years.
Okay. That's 435.
Huh?
435.
No.
Yeah. 235 plus 200 is 435.
Yeah. I told you this was the wrong time.
I'm gonna be the lowest on this, I guarantee you. And I love it. I wanna be the record holder for the cheapest. Watch it as well.
This hat is $27. $27, and yeah, that's it.
Shit. All right, I'm going next. These shoes, I think $70. So you mean you're currently at 462. Just hold that. 462, you mean hold that. These shoes, I think I've had this for like 3 years now. $70.
Yeah.
My pants, 20. My hoodie, 25. I've had this for too long, man. My sock, I don't remember how much the socks is. I have no jewelry on.
Wait, 20 Canadian?
Yeah.
For the pants?
Yeah.
Oh, mad, okay.
I got it at Winners.
Okay, yeah. All right, you probably beating me then. I'm trying to be the lowest here.
Yeah, I don't have anything on. I don't have jewelry on. If I had jewelry, okay, my necklace. The tiny. I mean, we didn't do your necklace, by the way, but okay.
And we did, and the watch.
Oh,
we did watch as well.
No, the watch is a gift.
It's a gift.
Okay. Oh no, the necklace. Oh no, this one is.
This one is the one I have on is 200, and then the other one.
I might win this.
And the other one is
and there's another one you're wearing too.
Yeah, the one is 150 and 200. So shit.
How many is that? No, don't say the total yet, because I think my necklace is just. I think it's just.
I'm 465.
Ooh,
I think I pass it with my necklace. It's like $40 to $50. I know about it. Just stainless steel.
Yeah.
I might win this.
But you make more money.
Don't worry about that.
It's not like that.
Don't worry about that. Brother, the richest people on the planet wear basic stuff.
Fair. So I'm 465. I mean, you're like 490.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
All right. So these were 90 US, which is probably about 150.
What, the shoes?
The shoes, yeah.
That's a good start.
Although 90 US is about not 90 US. 90 UK, so it's about 160.
180.
No, don't do the double. 160. It's not exactly double. It's like double minus some.
Double minus some.
Yeah, so
160.
160. Okay. These were about 20, so 35. T-shirt, plain T-shirt from AS Color was about 5, so what, 8? You adding it up?
Yep.
Okay. You have to do the watch?
Yep.
Yeah. and the glasses.
Oh, okay, watch. You ready? You ready? All right, watch.
Okay.
The watch, right, I got for half price. No. Half price. I got it for like half price. So this
So
one's
that's saying the original price.
so it's what it's normally about 400.
Right.
So it'd be 200 roughly, and then here about 3. That's what, about 360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 360 Canadian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Glasses frames free. Right, because a person I known from before worked at a place where she would get like glasses and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is one of the frames that I had. So yeah, and I took old lenses. I went to a company, a guy that I know who does lenses for me. He did my lenses for these ones for free. Because another pair of glasses I bought, I did those lenses. He said, your next pair free. So
I feel like we should add how much it cost you to get to the country. I'm joking. So you're still lower. You're 563.
5.
What do you mean he's still low? So he's still top.
No. 160 plus the shoes.
Yeah, it's probably 5.
Yeah, he's like 5 plus. Yeah.
It's the watch that did it.
It's the watch. It's the watch.
It's the watch that did it.
If you had to tell an upcoming entrepreneur, creative, comedian, someone who just wants to like do their own thing, what would be like your, I guess, let's say 2 things you want to say to them.
All right, 2 things. 1, be yourself. It takes a long time to learn how to do it, but once you do, you'll never regret trying to be yourself all the way through. If you try to be other people, or you try to do what you think works because other people do it, you'll only fail because either you'll relate to other people, or people relate you to the person that you try to imitate, and people won't see who you really are. So you have to keep up an act. It's exhausting. Just be yourself, 1. And 2, don't follow trends of what you think is successful. When everybody follows a path, like one huge path, you blend into everybody following that direction. The person that stands out is the one over there walking off key in another direction. Yeah. And they may stand out for going in a different direction. It may not be you, but the first thing people go is, why, where's he going? You see it in traffic all the time where you're driving on the road and everyone's going one way, but you're the one car going the other way, or you are the guy in traffic. You see one car going the other way. You're like, where's that car going? They stand out instantly. That's who you want to be. I feel like they're trying to make some noise in the back. Yeah. Right? To tell us to shut up and get out. But those are the things I'm going to say. Don't follow trends. Be a person that just does your own thing. Yeah. And a tribe will follow you naturally. And 2, learn how to be yourself in anything that you do. If you can learn how to be yourself in anything that you do, it means you don't have to keep up and act, because that gets exhausting. Fair. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that's that about that. I'm forever going to be humble and gracious. I go by the name Mr. Dre, and this has been episode 157.
Nice.
You made a sign up for us.
Signing out from this ministry is your minister, Emina, aka Dafri Ego, aka Triple E, the Patrician Ego. Your favorite uncle, your favorite godfather, you know what's pop it.
Pop.
Let's get it poppin'.
The final will be a deadly day.
He's done that.
All right, Aurie, sign up for us.
Me. My name's, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aurie Stlya, and thank you for listening in. I'm gone. Safe. Croooskiiiii.
Fire.